Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttradesolutions.com on a Friday, 15th March. Just had another choppy session today, just all over the place. Nothing really new. Let's get right into the charts again. Had a great class yesterday. We filled up, and we're probably going to have another one in a couple of weeks. Again, sign up for the newsletter if you have some interest. We are in a couple of trades here that are working pretty nicely. I've been talking about LNG, this other stuff. Let's get right into the charts. Again, subscribe to the newsletter. Give me a thumbs up. Contact me at Transparent Trade Solutions. Support at transparenttradesolutions.com. All the links are below. If you have any questions, comments, let's get right into the charts, not waste any time with all this other stuff. First thing is, just on the S&P level, just a lot of choppy, no change here, just back and forth. Rates did jump. That was really what happened yesterday. But again, not enough to upset the market as of now. From a technical perspective, I'm looking at this 5160. You can see a big broad range here even today, just lots of choppy trading again. So that's really on the index level. Just I would call this 5255 to 5160 is the range until we break some of these levels down below here. You can just call this a big massive range in the S&P. Similarly on the NASDAQ, you can see lots of just big whippy range trading. Russell did nothing today, very, very tightly coiled up. Been watching Bitcoin, as I mentioned. That's been all over the map here. Interesting to see if that breaks as a big indicator. All of the movement really was in the rates market. You can see rates steadily moved up throughout the last couple of days after the PPI. I believe that the reason the market is kind of hanging in there is simply because we haven't taken out this 435 level. This is going to be the key. Next week we got the we got the Fed meeting, and obviously more data coming out on inflation. So if we take out that high, that would probably be the trigger to get the stocks possibly moving lower. I think that's probably why we've already been here. We had a big drop off in the stock market, and then it's dropped, and I think that's really the key there. So that's going to be something to watch. Also, the dollar following the same path as interest rates, and that's really been the case. Also, you see the dollar kind of coming off. We've got a rollover on a lot of the currencies. Japanese yen is going to be very key next week with Bank of Japan. Possibly changing their policy stance, going to a positive interest rate environment. That's going to be worth watching. That's Monday night. Copper also, we talked about the breakout in copper. This stock here, which is incredible, really, that move in this stock, which we were trying to get long, is this is what, again, if you're not participating in some of these stocks right now under the surface. I mean, we were in when we were talking, I've been talking about copper breaking out above 4. Finally did, and then you wake up and the stock is already up 6 by the time that happened. So we are in LNG long, by the way, as well. A lot of these stocks, as been all over the map. Adobe was down big. So it's just a mixed bag on the earnings front. Adobe was down big. Dollar Tree was down big this week as well. Dollar Tree was huge drop, probably due for a bounce. We talk about Tesla and Nvidia every day. Those stocks are not doing anything, but there's a bunch of stocks that are doing stuff. Really having some nice moves. Going back to the futures market, gold also, again, obviously on the radar. If it breaks below 2156, it's probably headed back to 2100. That's an opportunity possibly. Oil, nothing going on there. Still can't get any traction. I did mention nat gas yesterday in the class. We were talking about a possible. It's got to hold here. I mean, we came up off of this level here at 164, rally, failed, but even despite of that, LNG had a massive move today. LNG being Cheniere, they're the biggest exporter of LNG, regardless of the price. In fact, probably lower price actually benefits LNG because they are the big exporter of nat gas to Europe and Asia and so forth. So that's another way to play the commodities, right? With some of these as you know, some of these refiners are actually making all-time highs, believe it or not. Fang, which is what was Valero, Fang, the symbol is Fang, which is Diamondback Energy. That's also making a new high. So there's a bunch of highs being made in the energy space with some of these energy shares. And then, lastly, you got the grains still somewhat looking bullish. Corn looks like it's ready for a breakout as well. So lots of really great stuff happening that probably comes to fruition next week. We still have Nike next week. We've got Lululemon. There's a whole still bunch of earnings next week, high profile earnings that are going to come into play this week. We've had some huge movers in earnings. Adobe. We had I just showed you Dollar Tree, Dollar Gen, in opposite directions. So that's where the opportunities are. If you want to know what we're doing with that, just contact me at support at Transparent Trade Solutions and see what we're doing on that front. Okay. All right. Have a great weekend, and we will talk on Tuesday in front of the Fed meeting next Wednesday, which is going to be another key, important, probably catalyst for the market going forward. Okay. Take care.